there. See, there you go. Just check in here to see if there's any more. I don't think there are. So we're gonna move on. Alright. Gonna backtrack, get some arrows. Always gotta make sure you have free. Anytime the game gives you something free, make sure you always have max of it. You know, don't be afraid to go back and grab something that you left behind or whatever. Even go back and buy from Muramasa if you have to. You can take out the rocket guys pretty easily with incendiary shurikens if you so desire, but I figured that the arrow method is probably safer and easier. So we're gonna come up to some more rocket ninjas up here. There's a chest right there. We're gonna save that for now. We'll come back to it after the save. Trying to figure out where the spawn point is here. Now you want to stay back here, because if you go forward, what's going to happen is they're going to spawn behind you and they'll start shooting rockets at you, and it hurts really bad. And especially if you're right next to the barrel, you're just going to get obliterated, especially when that barrel blows up on you. For some reason they're not shooting at me. I don't really know why, but hey, we'll take it, right? This guy is like bugged or something, or I'm hitting a weird spot. I was doing fine before, and then move it just a hair and you can't hit him anymore. There we go. Alright, just readjusting a little bit. See if this helps. Of course not. Finally got him. That was ridiculous. Alright, so that's all for those guys. Gonna go fill up on arrows one more time, just to make sure that we have whatever we need. Then we're gonna come to a save point, but instead of using that save point to begin with, we're gonna go ahead and do the next fight, which is a bunch of ninja dogs, and they have the swords, and the, you know, they can hurt if you're not careful, but because of the way they come at you, it's actually a really easy fight. All we're gonna do is we're gonna charge a scythe UT and kill 4, and then do it again, and then kill the next 4 that come, and they're done. It's very easy. Should not take any damage, and that's why we're saving the save point. Just in case you do take damage, you shouldn't take, you know, enough to get yourself killed. Okay, so here's the save point. Oh, I guess I do use a save point. Well, I suggest not using the save point. I think it's better if you don't use it. I think it's safer to not use it, just because then you have a chance of not going into the next few fights with full health. So we get a chest that we're coming back to get that chest. You can see that's essence. It can also be ghost fish. You know, if you want karma, reset until you get ghost fish. Obviously I'm not going for karma, so okay, so spawn the fight, jump back a few times, wait for them to come, and then UT and take them out. Just wait for the next few to come. There you go. All done. Easiest fight ever. At least in this stage. Because there's some pretty ugly fights in this stage, and we're just getting started, so. Alright. Now that we saved, took a little break, we're going to go ahead and do a little trickery and fun here. Open this chest, get a, I forget what it is, but we're maxed on everything, so it really doesn't matter. What you want to do in here is you want to run straight into this room here, and then the ninjas will come at you one by one. Except the first few that spawn in the main room there. Once they do that, then it's really, they come at you one by one. You can have some fun with them and practice some techniques or whatever you want. I'm a little sloppy just because it's been a while since I've played. Obviously, I'm not normally this sloppy with combos and taking damage and things like that, but you know, when you don't stay on top of the game for a while, you kind of lose your bearings a little bit, but it's okay, we'll get it back. Easiest way to take these guys out is to wait for them to come in and then jump on top of their heads, and they'll be stunned, and then you can basically do whatever you want. You can combo them, I mean, I don't really know what else you could do besides combo them, I guess. You could throw shurikens at them if you wanted, or take them out with that'd be sweet if you could use your fists, man. Run up behind them and like snap their neck. Be sweet. Hopefully they'll do that in like the next Ninja Gaiden game. That'd be pretty awesome. I can't wait for the next Ninja Gaiden, by the way. Although the main director or whoever who was on the first two isn't going to be on the third one, so that's a little depressing. May not be as difficult, which is kind of sad. This is the whole point of these games, is the difficulty level. You know, every Ninja Gaiden, even on the Nintendo and Super Nintendo, they've all been really difficult, and if they ruin that, you're gonna have a lot of people upset. Alright, so we got all those ninjas dead. Now we're gonna come over here and stand behind the fountain. They can hit you from here, but I mean, it's very low chance that they will. So just stand here and charge up some arrows. I'm letting it auto aim. Seems to be doing the trick. It's probably easier than trying to aim it yourself. And if you're not careful, like if you don't stand where I am, or if you stand closer toward the ninjas on the bridge, they'll start spawning behind you, so you just need to be careful. Alright, now we got that fight over with. Let's go back and save and move on. Now this next part is probably the biggest pain in the butt in the entire level. What it is you're gonna go through a minefield, and then you're gonna have a big building with 12 windows, I believe, and they're all gonna have rocket ninjas in them. Not all of them, I guess, but for the most part they have rocket ninjas in them, and it can be a real pain in the ass trying to hit them in the windows while they're shooting rockets at you. So a trick for this minefield is to just dodge through it. You won't take any damage. See, I'm not even walking on the footprints. The mines are blowing up, and I'm not taking any damage. There's an arrow refill. Make your way through there and use one Nimpo. There's a refill right on this body right here, and you just need to use a mushroom, and then you can refill your one Nimpo slot that you used. Be careful when you're doing this. The auto aim tends to aim for the wrong targets, and a lot of times one will spawn down on the ground there. The cool thing about it is, if they spawn on the ground, as you can see, that guy took himself out because he kept stepping on the landmines, which is pretty awesome. Normally, enemies aren't bound by the same rules that we are, so that's pretty cool that he had to suffer the same fate that we would if we stepped on one of those mines. So once you get the ones out of the first few windows taken out, it gets a little bit easier. It seems like they're the ones that hit you. The other ones don't really seem to aim at you or shoot you or whatever. So there are quite a few of these rocket ninjas here, so just be careful. You can see there's two in that bottom window there. I probably should be watching them because they're the ones shooting rockets at me. But we're just trying to take out what we can. Now once you get all the ones down and those lower windows taken out, you're probably going to have